What's up guys, Infinite Loop here. I have a TVZ for you on, what's this map called? It's one of the new ones. I think it's something like Shakula Ravine, something along those lines. Pretty interesting map, thanks to the destructible rocks that connects the bases that are next to each other. But I have the pink Terran glhf against the blue Zerg Fally. Now, what I want to focus on this game, I've already watched this game, just letting you know, I've already seen this game, so I know what's going to happen, but it shows, it's a really good example of how you have to know when to transition your gameplay. You have to know when you have to go from one strategy to the next in order to win. So you see these guys talking about why they hate this map, and there is a spectator, so I'm guessing this might have been for some tournament, or it might have been one of those 1v1s where you get two people to play, and then you get a lot of people to watch, and then after the game they talk about what you could have done better. I love playing in those games. You really learn a lot when people that are good are watching you play. So let's see, nothing too interesting going on right now. Normal scouting pattern for the Zerg. Send the Overlord to the nearest base. Send the Zergling to the one that's far away. The pink Terran going for the normal supply to barracks. I think he did that. 10 supply, 12 supply, barracks. So the Zerg is going to know where his Terran buddy is, and the Terran is soon going to know where his Zerg buddy is. Now, what I was talking about before with transitioning your gameplay is, a lot of times you see people get too caught up in what they're doing, as in, say you're a Terran, you're playing a Zerg, you're going Marine Marauder Ball, you know, maybe a little more Marines than Marauders, and then the Zerg starts transitioning from Speedlings to Roaches and Banelings. Now, that's smart on the Zerg's part, because obviously Roaches and Banelings are going to destroy an M&M ball. But if the Terran, you're generally going to want to be like, alright, let's transition into something that is in the air, because Zerglings and Banelings can't hit air, so you might see them transition into Banshees. But on lower level games, you see a lot of people being very stubborn. They're like, no, you know what? F it, I'm just going to get more Marines and Marauders, take out these Banelings, take out these Roaches. They're very reluctant to change what they're doing. Whereas when you get into higher level games, if you see, I don't know, maybe Huck and Kiwi Kaki playing, you'll notice they change their strategies around what their opponent is doing. I think I mentioned this a little bit in my last video, but I didn't really go too in depth on it. Now, before I get carried away, let's see what these guys are doing. glhf making a little bunker outside his base. Fally's gonna have none of it. Be interested to see if this finishes. Ooh, that Zergling, sorry, not Zergling, that SCV is not going to live. glhf might want to get a wall off right now, because that's kind of a scary amount of Zerglings this early in the game. It's not too early, 4 minutes into the game, but still, 8 Zerglings are a force to be reckoned with, especially if you only have 2 Marines. Now, Fally's going for the fast expand. Pretty safe in this situation. He knows where the Terran guy is. He knows he has to travel all the way across the map. Now, so say Fally was here, and the Terran guy was over here. He might not vouch for the fast expand, just because the travel distance from base to base is a lot shorter, and it would be easier for the Terran to harass him with, say, Hellions, which is what he's creating right now. Second refinery going up pretty quick for glhf, so wouldn't be surprised to see, I don't know, maybe tanks, maybe go for the early starport, medevacs, get some drops in the back of his base, just because this map is so drop friendly for Terran, unless of course the Zerg's got an Overlord perched outside your base. A smart little move right here, glhf, putting one of his supply depots next to the destructible rocks. You see this a lot in Blistering Sands, the map where you'll have one guy spawn up here and another guy spawn up here, spawn down here, and you've got the destructible rocks in the back. There's this little grassy patch by the destructible rocks, and you can squeeze in a supply depot, so you can actually watch the destructible rocks. Now the thing is, you have to be very vigilant when you do something like this, because while you will be able to select the rocks and see what the health is at, a lot of times you won't be able, the view of the supply depot won't be far enough to actually see the units destroying the rocks. So you always want to check those every once in a while. Like say you have say there's Marauders shooting them, you'll be able to see the missiles coming in and hitting them, but when you look at your minimap, you won't see any enemy units because they'll be too far back. So GLHF fending off this Overlord, sending in a few Hellions to deal with this fast expand. He's already got some Speedlings up, a good amount of them too, so don't see these Hellions doing too much damage. Zerg also has control of the Watchtower, so he knows these Hellions are coming. Sure enough, he moves all his units to the front. GLHF probably going to want to back out here. I mean, there's 2 queens to support too, but instead he's going to scoot around, try to get to these drones. Fally's going to be smart, move him back, bring in the Zergs. These Hellions, decent control, avoiding getting surrounded. That's all you want to do. You just want to stay ahead of the Zerg, try to get off the creep. But, ooh, those Speedlings a little too fast for those Hellions. This one's going to go down. Juking them out. Look at this. Look at this. The pro Hellion. Taking out all the Zergs. Look at that. That's good movement control. Movement control, unit control. But Fally will have none of it. He does have the wall off, so GLHF is in good position. Ooh, see, yeah, this is what I was talking about. I don't know why I'm saying ooh, I mean, I've already seen this match, but you want to transition depending on what your opponent's doing. He sees the Hellions aren't working, he's got too many Speedlings, so it's like, alright, I'll go for the quick starport. He's got 2 gas, so he's able to support that. Sure, he's stuck on 1 base for now, but if he's able to get enough of these Banshees out without the Zerg knowing, the Zerg's just going to keep on making Speedlings, thinking, oh, he's going to go mass Hellion, I'll be able to take that out with some Speedlings, maybe some Roaches. So very smart to go for the Banshees. I don't think he's getting Cloak. You don't really need Cloak, to be honest, if you're going against all ground units that can't hit air, which is kind of overkill. But, let's see, does Zerg know that these Banshees are coming up? Let's see. No, he does not know that these starports are here, so not looking good for the Zerg guy. Of course, he does have the fast expand, so his economy is going to be better off. Sorry for that little jolt in the video, guys. Little technical difficulties. But, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. He does have the expansion, so he's not going to be, it's not like he's going to be behind in the army count. It's just that the composition, that's the thing, the unit composition, unit composition is not going to be what he needs. Flying Zerglings, unfortunately, is not a tech you can get just yet. So these Banshees are going to be able to wreak havoc. Creep tumor placement, not that great. Usually don't want to waste so many up here. Usually just want to maybe like get 1 here, get 1 here, get 1 here, etc. Spread your creep pretty well. At least he's spreading creep though, so gotta give him props for that. Did the Banshees move out yet? Oh my god, I'm so bad at seeing stuff. No, Banshees are right here. Didn't miss anything yet. I'm expecting him to launch after these 2 Banshees. Actually, I'm not expecting that. I know that. I've already watched this video. I don't know why I'm acting like I haven't. Throwing the scan down. See, say you're Zerg, this is when you want to get nervous. Well, not really nervous, but you want to be cautious because Terrans aren't going to scan you for no reason at all. Chances are they're going to scan you right before an attack, so the Terran wants to see, alright, are his units in his main base, or are his units at his expansion? So he scans, and it's like, oh sweet, his units aren't there. Now I can move in with the attack. Sure enough, 5 Banshees. He's still got mainly Zerglings, these Hellions are preoccupying them. He's got a good wall off. Oh, see, Scout came in too late, now Fally sees the Banshees, but there's nothing you can do about it. So, throwing down Evolution Chamber is not going to save you, sorry buddy. Queens lose in one-on-ones versus Banshees, so even if he had 5 of them, he would not be in any shape to win here. I mean, look at this. Baneling Nest, Roach Warren, Speedlings, all stuff that can't hit air. GLHF kind of got a little lucky here, considering the Zerg went absolutely no anti-air. I'm trying to throw down some Desperation Spore Crawlers, but that's not going to work. Even trying to get a Spire, but any good Terran knows to focus that stuff down before it can be built. Oversaturated at the expansion, nothing you can do here against these Banshees. Well played by the Terran. Kind of unlucky for the Zerg. Had he scouted this a little earlier, then he would not have to say GG right now. So, well played by both players. More so for GLHF, but fun game to watch, fun game to commentate, and I will see you guys later.